Hello, everybody. Back again with an update, which always seems to be a little bit overdue. But I did just get to the factory today, and I have great news. Everything is well on its way under production. All of the fingering weight is completely done, labeled up, ready to go. So I have samples of all the different colors. It still looks like right now, as far as scheduling goes, everything will get out of Mongolia sometime next month. Last year, after everything was finally ready for export, there was a bit of a delay because of fiber bags. There's a different export process for the fiber bags, and it requires some additional testing before everything can get the permits for exporting. Why it's different from the yarn, I don't know, but it is what it is. And last year that took about a month. It was 3 weeks or a month of a very stressful process for me. So this year the fiber bags aren't completely sealed up yet, but I'm hoping to get that done and that testing and processing started early so that whenever all of the yarn and everything is ready for export, there's not going to be as much of a delay. And well, obviously good for you guys because you'll get your things quicker, but good for me as well too. Last year that was a very difficult delay, mental health speaking, as that process was going on. Maybe quite nervous, especially with everything ready, boxed up, waiting to go, and not sure when everything would be ready. So as much as it's for you guys, it's also for me too to get that on its way, processing and ready to go. Other than that, yeah, I guess I'll go through and show some of the colors. I will say, the video is probably not the best for color representation, but further in the update, so if you read down in the email or checking out the update on Kickstarter, I did put everything in a light box, and so have photos of, I guess, so I'm not posting like 30 different photos. I'll just do the group photos together of all the yak wool together, all the cashmere together. But I think that that's probably your best bet for super accurate color photos. With the videos, I do a little bit of editing as far as the colors and to make things look better. So it might be slightly different in the video versus the pictures. But that being said, we'll get started. I guess first the camel, because it's right here. So we got the juniper shadow, the fingering. All of these are going to be fingering weight, I believe, because that's what was ready and I took today. But we got the green, we got the cobalt blue, and then the natural dune. We have the natural color as well. The natural colors are not schemed up because I'm actually using, well, the blanks I picked up today, I'm going to be using to hand dye black. So they're not skiing up, they're not with labels because I'm going to be dyeing these. So you got these together, the baby camel wool. I'm not going to say it a billion times because I would just be repeating myself, but the quality of everything is fantastic. I have no issues, no complaints. All the fiber feels great, looks great. So yeah, this is the new baby camel wool colors. Then here we have the yak wool. And actually, I did forget to grab the platinum gray, which is ready, but we're using the milk chocolate for the dyeing black. And I thought, well, I have all the natural colors, so I don't need to take skein samples. But yeah, so I guess the hat, this is going to be, it's very similar, right? The natural color year to year. So we have the platinum gray, the milk chocolate, the burnt sienna, labelless, don't judge it, and the midnight navy. And all of these came out just as expected, especially the midnight navy. I was a little bit worried because this is what was dyed on the dark chocolate yak wool. So we were doing that kind of originally when I was doing the hand dyed samples as a bit of an experiment to see if we could actually get the dark yak to take colors, because we always use either the milk chocolate or the platinum gray for dyeing our colors. This was dyed on the milk chocolate. But milk chocolate and platinum gray are also the most rare by far. So if we can find more ways to use the dark yak, better for the herders and better for us because we have a lot more options. It'd be a lot easier to get more yak wool. So I was a little bit worried it was going to be too dark. And of course it's dark. It's midnight navy, which I would say is a pretty apt name for it. But it's definitely not black, which I was worried about. It's a dark navy. You can tell, especially next to other colors, that it has some blue to it. But a very cool, beautiful color. So a great experiment. I'm really glad we did this. And next year, quite curious to see what other options we could come up with on the dark yak. And then we can do the sheep wool. So we got the lilac mist, the autumn teal DK, and then the natural stone fleece. So again, all beautiful colors, as mentioned. And I'll compare this. Well, actually, I could compare it right here because I have it. Hopefully, I don't knock all these things down. But this is the Aegean Sea from last year. This is the autumn teal from this year. So it's really the exact same color. There was the issue where I gave the wrong color code for the dyeing. So instead of the originally planned autumn teal, which had some more green to it, it's really the same color as the Aegean Sea from last year. Again, the offer still stands. In the update, I'll have a link to the previous updates where I was talking about this. But if it's a huge issue, because I know this is a bit different from the color and the original autumn teal that we were originally planning for, if it's a big issue for you or an issue at all, just send me an email and we could still switch things up. But apart from the color not being exactly what was planned, still beautiful and a great quality like everything else. There's actually the DK too. Both of these are DK. So even some of the DK is already finished. And yeah, the stone fleece, also what we're going to be using to make our socks, which I didn't get an update on. I'm not sure what the process of that is. I know the yarn has been delivered to the sock factory to make our socks. But yeah, this is the stone fleece. And also it's going to be the same color of our socks. The stone fleece is the 20% yak blend. These are 15% cashmere. And it's really a beautiful color. Very similar to the platinum gray. A little bit lighter. This is the platinum gray yak wool. This is the stone fleece sheep wool blend. So very similar in that sense. But yeah, beautiful, lovely, soft. And last but not least, we have all the cashmeres. Midnight Ash, Desert Sage, Oxblood, and I think this is the vanilla or the almond, the baby cashmere, holding it. So I haven't gotten to play with the baby cashmere yet, but it's got a great kind of glow to it. Feels lovely. And this is spun, so it still has the spinning oils in it. I might take one of these, apply it up into DK so I could run it through on my knitting machine and really give it a go. But yeah, all these turned out perfectly, and they all look great together, I think, too. So yeah, what else can you say? Beautiful, lovely Mongolian cashmere and baby cashmere. I'm getting warm just holding these. So those are, I did the yak wool, I did all of them. So yeah, that's those are all the colors, minus the platinum gray yak wool that I forgot to get a sample of at the factory. But yeah, next update will be, well, I guess the next update will be probably a little bit more definite about what the shipping time is going to be leaving Mongolia. And I'll have some pictures and videos of dyeing all of the hand-dyed black skeins. And lately I've had a lot of practice, a lot of work, a lot of testing with hand dyeing. So I'm a lot more comfortable now than I was, I guess, starting off the project with hand dyeing. I would still expect there to be some variation in the dyeing. It may not be perfectly jet black. It may be more of a vintage looking hand dyed black, but I'm pretty comfortable or pretty confident that it's not going to be too streaky, that it's still going to be black. Some of the different, I mean, this is of course not black, but a lot of the different testing and things that I've been doing, I guess Well, a lot of these on the wall, these swatches behind here are all hand-dyed different things. But a lot of what I've been actually playing with is leaning into the unevenness that you can get from hand dyeing. And that's usually just been from, well, in this case, we did a scarf here. We intentionally make it splotchy, which intentionally making things with variation was a little bit difficult. But down here, we tied it with rubber bands slightly so that the dye doesn't take. And then also just not agitating it so much in the pots, and it gets a lot more uneven. So I kind of like this as a general idea for finished items, but not what we're going with for the yarn. I'll say that again. But yeah, different things too. This was another small example, even though this is inside out at the moment. One of the first sweaters I've made. This is also a sheep wool. I'm really interested in the cashmere and the darker and doing some over dyes. But you could see we dyed this black. And then at the bottoms here where we had, again, we put some rubber bands on here to kind of splotch the areas a bit. So we get a pretty even black throughout the top. And then on the bottoms where we wanted it, made some rubber banding to kind of delay the dye onset a bit. And you get kind of a cool unevenness around the sweater. Really interested to see what this is going to look like with a base that's darker, like with the camel wool or the cashmere, so it's not white coming through, and what that's going to look like. Really interested to see. And then also, I guess, we got a throw blanket here where we did a full gradient dye on it. So what we would do is we would put one section and divided it into 4 sections. And then every 15 minutes we add, well, it started on this side, this is heavy. Started on one side, leave this in for 15 minutes, go another 15 minutes, and you end up with a pretty cool gradient dye. So planning to do that a bit with scarves, hats, sweaters, really anything. But yeah. We've been doing a lot of dyeing, and that's been good too, having some different projects going on and doing some knitting and crafting. Last year, or especially just in previous years in general, this bit of a lull when I'm in the middle of production and waiting for things to export, it can be quite, sometimes I won't have a whole lot to do, and it can be a little bit mentally stressful, I guess, just waiting for things to get done, waiting for things to export, and it kind of turns into a little bit of a couple of months where I don't feel like I'm very productive just waiting for things. So having other things to do, other projects to work on has been great for me. And looking forward to sharing even more of that and playing with, I want the new yarn to come out too. I'm ready to start playing with the new cashmere, the new yak wool and camel wool and everything. So excited about all of that. But yeah, I think I've yapped enough. So I think the next time you're gonna hear from me is around this time next month, whenever hopefully shipping dates are a little bit more tied down, or we're really getting ready and have everything perfectly ready to export and just waiting for some final processing. At that time, I'll probably lock down addresses on BackerKit. So if you've moved, need to make changes, you'll get a notification at that time whenever you'll make the final decision about where the items will be sent. But I'll wait until we're really about to export from Mongolia for that to happen. I still do plan on putting things on a boat this year. So after export, it'll probably still be 3 weeks or maybe close to a month before it gets home to America. And then I'm back there to arrange things and get everything set up for the final fulfillment push. But yeah, thank you guys. As always, any comments, questions, concerns, you can leave a message. Or if it's something specific to your order, please do send me an email directly. It's much easier for like direct customer service if it's emails as opposed to messages and things through Kickstarter. But yeah, thank you again.